Hi Gemini, welcome into your mid-March 2023 Money and Career Tarot reading. I do want to thank you so much for joining me, but do keep in mind as we proceed, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But it is meant to pertain to the remainder of your month, beginning around when you were guided or drawn to this video. But we're aiming for about the second half, all right? Naturally, because it is a mid-month reading. But I do more than appreciate the love and support, the likes, comments, and of course subscriptions to this channel if you haven't joined this Gemini tribe already. But as you can see, I did pre-pull 3 tarot cards, which we'll jump into in just a moment, and that will begin a layered spread for you. But the overall message I channeled for you before beginning the reading was so much abundance, there's no stopping you. So much abundance, there's no stopping you. Beautiful. I just heard an unstoppable force, somebody to be looked after and to look out for. But I do feel as if there is a lot to get done in the second half of the month. I do feel as if you could be feeling a bit burnt out at certain points with the 9 of Wands at the bottom, but a lot of reasons to celebrate. So there's a need to acknowledge that, notice and be grateful for the abundance and in different forms naturally, but to take care of oneself and replenish in your downtime, your free time, and just find the balance in the midst of accomplishing a lot. But we're beginning with the 9 of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's a very strong, independent vibe about the way you accomplish, the way you produce, develop, balance things out. Even when you're migrating, your energy is giving off a level of strength and I want to say confidence for the most part in regards to what you're getting done, what you can accomplish, what you can handle, in regards to how talented you truly are. Some of which this is also speaking upon your vibe, your confidence when interviewing or going into one, if not multiple meetings of importance. I do feel like there's a way about how you communicate in the remainder of the month that leaves you succeeding, they're saying beyond measure, but when it comes to what you feel is important, that could be, say, just a job or, or if not multiple, simply just to make money, and that's important to you, right? So you're succeeding in that sense. It could be more so you working one, if not multiple jobs, or running a business and working a job, or just running a business where you feel it's important to fulfill the needs of others or to help people, to fulfill oneself through it all, and naturally you will make money due to it. But I do feel as if there's just, again, a lot to get done. A very 7 of Cups, and they're saying 8 of Wands kind of vibe. But I do feel like with the 7 of Pentacles, there are going to be times in the remainder of the month where you simply don't feel like working. You don't feel like going to your day-to-day job, if not multiple. You do not feel like running your business, even if you are passionate or like or love what you do for your career. But it feels as if you will get the job done either way. There's a very reliable, mature way about you. You will find that even in times when you feel a bit burnt out and just not really in the mood to work, you see abundance pop up in that moment or throughout that day, and it keeps you moving forward, right? There's a pushing forward vibe about your energy where you're not giving up, and Spirit's saying, going back to the overall message, there's nothing that can stop you at this time besides oneself. And you might choose to stop at a certain point due to feeling a bit tired or just wanting to find the balance or needing to kind of, they're saying, correct one's energy a little bit if you're feeling a bit out of whack, or some of you might get a little bit anxious at work. If you're empathic, do realize or remember that's probably not your energy that you're holding on to. But I do feel like there is a very 6 of Swords vibe at certain points where, if need be, step away from, they're saying, your desk or just that work environment, or step away from the running of your business or your home environment if you feel your energy isn't 100%, or you're just feeling kind of far away from oneself, or you're feeling a little flustered or annoyed with one, if not multiple factors at hand. That could be a person, if not multiple people. It could be the way something's run. It could be distractions. It could be disturbances, delays. You know what I'm saying? So just step away and come back when the energy's better in that situation, or you're just feeling better, or both. And they're saying when things feel easier, because I feel as if there needs to be a reminder at certain points not to force it, right? If something is a struggle to get done in the moment, it's probably meant to get done at a later time throughout that day or throughout that week. Do you know what I'm saying? It reminds me of when I struggle to get these readings done at times, but they get done when they're meant to and how they're meant to. So you need to trust in divine timing. they're saying divine creation. You might be very spiritual being drawn to this reading, and that may tie into your work, but I feel like you're very intuitive regardless, and that's going to need to be put to use in more than one way when you're thinking about the obvious choices, decisions, potential movements, I want to say, with your money and career. But we have the Four of Pentacles. There are natural thoughts at certain points in the remainder of your month in regards to where your control lies. When you're working, when it comes to that position, that how something's run, you can't control other people outside of you. You might have to an extent if you're in an authority position, or you have to lead or train somebody. But I feel as if there again factors say noise or the energy in a situation, how people work or live, or could be more than one of what I just mentioned. And it may be something where you have to remind oneself to look within or just put your focus, your efforts towards something productive for oneself. There's also a reminder at certain points that if you're choosing to keep your head down and kind of nose to the grind and just stay in your own lane when working and or at home, that's going to benefit you. Some of which might need a reminder to do more of that, right? If you're overly sharing your personal life at work, or if you're just kind of seeing gossip popping up left and right, or you're seeing oneself not benefiting from certain interactions. Does that make sense? There's a potential to be feeling quite hermit-like, right, to oneself, a very Seven of Swords vibe. And there might be one, if not multiple people you shouldn't be trusting at work and or at home. And I feel like if that's the case, you already know that or have seen hints towards that, or evidence of that. But I do feel as if it's going to benefit you greatly, regardless of how your situation looks at this time, to just stay in one's lane, right? Stay focused, get your work done, and just replenish in your downtime. And you're going to see oneself with so much abundance by the end of this month. They're saying even throughout it. To continue, the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like some of which are beginning a new job in this, or beginning a new business, or it could be an expansion for whatever you're continuing. It could be a promotion or a pay raise. But I do feel like this is also speaking upon some of that abundance that we're speaking upon in this reading is monetary, money flowing in for you. Feels like your hard work's paying off, gifts from the universe even. I do feel as if there's an impression you're giving off. Okay, it could be in a meeting of importance with a stranger or somebody you already know. It could be just in regards to people you're working with or who are viewing your work. But I feel like you're impressing people, all right? I do sense that there's a feeling that your vibe of independence, of strength, focus, and motivation, that's impressing people. That's helping you make more money and see something grow exponentially or just smoothly, progressively is what I'm getting. I want to say steady. Steady is a good word to describe that. And over time, it adds up, right? But going back to the Four of Pentacles, there's a focus on your savings. I do feel like some of which drawn to the reading might come up with a new financial goal for oneself. Say it's to save for a new car or a new move of residence. It could be just to have that comfort moving forward. But I do feel like a lot of which, even if that's the case, have one if not multiple financial goals that take a focus at certain points. So therefore pushing you to remember the importance of saving your money, right? Knowing there is a powerful feeling that comes from you seeing, they're saying a gratifying feeling coming from you seeing your savings grow. But to proceed, falling onto the ground, the Queen of Cups, there's a focus on your good nature, your caring nature, how at times you are a little too emotionally attached to your work for some. But look at that, the Three of Pentacles to top off your reading. Being noticed for somebody who gets the job done and does it well, somebody who's talented, somebody who is going to go the distance. For that motivation, once again, if you choose to put yourself out there in the public eye in one way, shape, or form, for a lot, I feel like it's social media, or on a public stage is what I'm getting. I do feel as if this is very, very successful for you, and that could be what's growing all the meanwhile. And I feel as if a lot drawn to the reading are seeing numbers go up, however that pertains to you. You may find oneself easily coming up with creative solutions throughout the remainder of your month, and you might find that spirit gifts you with one if not multiple ideas of importance. So write those down, all right? Or write it down, because I do feel as if you have a lot going on. So you might be a little bit forgetful, or you just might find that something quickly takes your focus once that idea is, that moment has passed, right? But I do feel like you, as well, that might be tying into a new business or the type of job you're meant to obtain moving forward, or just how much success you're meant to have. But I feel like, or an expansion. But I feel like it's just a busy remainder of your month once again where you're very successful, but that's just one form of the abundance that you're receiving. Again, monetary is one of which, but it's this, again, unstoppable way about you that is just motivational, inspiring, and is getting you to the success that you deserve, period. All right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy the remainder of your month, and I'll see you next time.